Hey YouTube, it's your boy Widgie here, coming at you with some more Age of Empires 3, and we're going to be talking about what potentially the next civs are going to be in the upcoming DLC, which is going to be announced in a little bit more detail on the 23rd of February. Now, I've managed to find one poll at the moment on the Age of Empires forum, which someone has put up here around what people think the DLC factions are going to be. Now, it's not an amazing poll because of the way that it's grouped and stuff like that, but hopefully we can get a feel about like what people are thinking about what kind of sort of civs are upcoming and what people would like to see. So let's have a look here. So we do see, what do you think the civs will be? And this is the poll here. So the first area is the Middle East, so Persia, Oman, Morocco. 35% of the people seem to want some kind of African, potential Middle Eastern civ. Persia is one that a lot of people talk about. The Baltic area, we've got the Poles and the Danes, or Polish and Lithuania. It's another civ that people are interested in. I myself am mega interested in Korea. I think that I've said it before, and I might be able to link a video that I did like over a year ago where I do a video about what I think a DLC could be and how that DLC faction would work, or that civ would work. And I did one on Korea, I believe, so you guys can go check that out. And I sort of go through it and I look at the history of Korea, the type of units, type of artillery, machines and stuff that they had at the time, and how that could be incorporated into Age of Empires 3. I think Korea is a fantastic option. You know, the Asian civs have not been touched since TAD, since the Asian dynasties, and I think it's time that we have a civ around the Asian area. So I think Korea is a fantastic choice, and I'd really hope they go for that. So me personally, I think if they're going to do two civs, because remember, in the actual description, they do say that there's going to be new civilizations, so we're definitely going to see two as a minimum. So my first personally would be Korea, because I think that's fantastic. Let's have a look at this poll here. So we do see the New World, so obviously the Americas, so Brazil, Argentina, etc., or Central America. The Oceania Pacific or Southeast Asia, the Forgotten, a mixture of civs from across the world, interesting, and Southern Africa. Now, the Zulu is a fantastic one that I like the sound of. Like, just the name Zulu as well is great. We do only have two African civs at the moment. Could they expand on the African civs? Potentially. I think that doing another European civ would just be a little bit too much, I think, personally. You know, we've seen the Swedes, we've seen Italy, Malta, lots of civs around the European region. It would be a little bit of a shame if we saw another one there. I know a lot of people are obviously calling for like the Polish or the Danes or maybe Hungary or Austria-Hungary, because the way that you got to think about it is you got to think of the current unit roster at the moment in the game, and you got to look at those units that aren't part of one of the main civilizations that you play. So like the Magyars, the Magyar like Hussars, for example, which obviously from Hungary. You've got those, for example. You've got all of the different revolutions that you've got as well that they could maybe use to create a standalone civilization. I personally think that they're not going to do a standalone civ for any of the Americas, because you've got all those revolutions. It's great having all those revolutions. I don't think personally they're going to be creating a standalone civ for that. I think that it's potentially going to be something with Asia or the Middle East, or maybe Africa. So Africa, Middle East, or Asia. I think those are the three areas of the world. And if they're going to do two civs, they're going to pick one from... they're going to pick two out of those three areas, basically. So I would hope, myself, Korea, obviously, as I've mentioned, and Morocco would be great. I think Morocco would be really cool. Or Persia. Persia would be great. So Persia and Korea, me personally, that would be awesome to see. Really nice. But whatever it is, you know, it's new content. We all kind of get a little bit worried about new content. We all know why, because it hasn't been fully tested. It will probably be, you know, really sort of over-egged, like how good the civs are. They may be super strong, broken, they might be really bad, and there's obviously going to be a lot of testing involved. And all I can say is, if any of the mods are watching right now, when you do release this, make sure that you are hot on it. Make sure that within the first week, there's some kind of hot fix out. You know, there's something. You know, don't leave it a month. We can't have a DLC that comes out and there's nothing for a month, because we all know that the civs are either going to be mega broken or they're going to be just mega bad, and it's going to be really disappointing. There are conspiracy theories, of course. You guys probably know. When DLCs come out, they like to make them a lot stronger than everything else to incentivize people to buy the DLC to get that better Civ and that kind of pay-to-win element. I don't know if I'm 100% on board with that, but that's, you know, a lot of people think that. But there we go, guys. I will put a link down below to this poll. So by all means, put your vote on. I might create a poll on my YouTube channel on the community section. So you guys can put that in. And I'll be able to get a lot more coverage there. An idea from you guys of what you think is going to come. But I hope you guys are looking forward to it. And I hope that these civs are fleshed out well. There's not really gimmicky, stupid stuff in there. They're not super overcomplicated. They're nice, straightforward, diverse, interesting civs that are not ridiculously broken or ridiculously bad. And that's all I can really say on it. So, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this quick little sum up. And as I say, I'll put a link down to this poll. Make sure you make yourself known. I know if you scroll down here, like Vividly, for example, quite a well-known member in the community says, "Rip poll, missed some obvious choices." You know, some people saying Poland and Persia would be quite nice together. Yeah, like bad grouping and stuff like that. So it's not an amazing kind of poll, but hopefully you can add something to it. And as I say, I'll put a poll on my YouTube channel on the community section at some point in the near future. So guys, I hope you're looking forward to it. And obviously this is the main page, and this is where it says here about Age of Empires 3. You can see that they'll be revealing new civilizations. So we're going to be seeing definitely more than one Civ, which is really, really awesome. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next video or the next stream. Catch you later.